I'll say a few words about Sangha this morning. Uh, that would be a Sangha like this, that is being co-created here. Not magically either, but through all of your intentions, really. Your intentions to show up. Your intentions to show up, even though that's going against the grain. Even though there's so much pain and suffering out there and so much that we'd rather not see that's going on out there, that we come together. That we come together here. And how hopeful it is that all of you will come together. Do you feel that? To join with us, with each other, to cultivate compassion, clarity, compassion toward others, toward ourselves, toward more self-honesty with ourselves, and seeing where our compassion gets muted or blocked. Where our intentions are sometimes mixed, to be able to see all that. So much of the practice is the uncomfortable piece of coming to terms with how we deceive ourselves at times. Yeah. And this is a Sangha within a larger Sangha. We like to think in terms of a whole world Sangha, but gee whiz, we don't seem to be too close to that, do we? It's painful to think about that. I know in the Tibetan tradition, one of the things that I love is their sense that we should walk through the world. Of course, they come from a cosmology that involves multiple lifetimes, many lifetimes, a great number of lifetimes. There's something about coming back continuing to come back, continuing to grow, continuing to learn, continuing to grow in compassion and understanding, and back and back and back we come again and again and again. But that we should walk through the world as if every being that we encounter has been at one time or another our mother. Now I say that in the West, somehow it's more complicated. This seems to be colloquially understood in the Tibetan tradition, that perhaps mothers over there aren't perfect either, but the sense that we wouldn't be here without our mothers, at the very least. There's something about their generosity, something about their bringing us into the world. And so even though we may have complex relationships with our mothers, some of us, I do, that sensibility that our mother was big enough somehow, generous enough somehow to bring us into the world. And that if we could see other beings from that vantage point, we begin to move step by step toward a sense of this is one tribe. This is one tribe. Isn't it? Don't we all have so much in common? Don't we all have in common the wish to be happy, the wish not to die, the wish to be chosen, the wish to be seen, the wish to have some sense of purpose, the wish to feel more deeply at home in our skins and in the world? Don't we all share that? Susan and I try to take these ideas. There's so many good ideas in the practice, and also in these teachings. There's so many good ideas, and we're always, Susan and I will always say, all right, but how do we take that idea and make it into a practice? Because cognition only does so much, until it becomes something a little bit more embodied, a little bit more lived, a little bit more practiced. Because we don't walk through the world seeing everyone as if they're part of our tribe. Do we, if we're honest? Yeah? Not really. Yes, our family. Yes, our Sangha, but yeah. what Susan and I try to do, our practice, is we try to turn when we leave our home, as we move through the world. We don't even have a car. We gave up our car 3 years ago, so we have to ride the subway. We have to walk, ride the subway. Yeah, in Boston. Whoever we encounter, and particularly any kind of transaction that we have, we try to turn into a connection. No matter how brief, how simple, we want to communicate to the person that we're exchanging something with that, hello there, human being. Hello, human being. I see you. I see you. You know? And it stems from the belief that just part of our social wiring, our mammalian wiring, really, that we all want to be seen. We all want to see and we all want to be seen. Despite the fact that it doesn't always appear that way, there's some fear out there. There's some fear of not being seen, so maybe. So we always do our best, and we make that a practice. Whoever we encounter, how can we acknowledge that person in some way? It's our daily life practice. It's a daily life practice. Gets us out of our own heads, too, you know? Okay, here's another being. Here's another being. Yeah? In that way, we're practicing moment by moment, person by person, interaction by interaction, practicing as if we are one tribe. So I can get discouraged about the hopeless big picture of how one tribe we're not. Or I can transmute that into a momentary practice of now this person, now this being, now smiling to this person on the subway, yeah, etc. Yeah.